Hey guys, what is up? My name is Red Mercy and I welcome you to another episode of Top 5 LoL Plays for week number 10. I'm sure you'll be delighted with the plays I have chosen for this week's episode, but without any further ado, jumping straight into the number 5 spot is going to be a Slippery Fizz clip. This one's all going to begin with Sigurd playing the Fizz, throwing down his ulti onto the Gragas as Gragas actually hourglasses the Shark just as it comes up and he completely avoids the damage, and all that's left is a Fizz that's very low on HP, tanking a few minions as well, and the Thresh and Gragas are trying to chase him down. The Thresh does back away thinking that he won't be able to keep up with a very slippery Fizz, but the Gragas, knowing that he has his E, is trying to see what he can do. As the Fizz is just going back and forth through the minions with his Q and also using his E to complete advantage, the Gragas keeps throwing in his barrels and his E while also using his flash right there to try and get a slam on the Fizz, but he's just being way too slippery and the Gragas is not having very good luck at the moment. The Gragas, I'm sure, is getting quite annoyed at this Fizz as he's just juking everything that he has to offer, but finally after a few more jukes and even dodging the ulti, the Gragas makes his way to the Fizz and gets a satisfying kill on him. But of course we are only getting started, and jumping to the number 4 spot is going to be a Lee Sin play where we will have to question whether Lee Sin is actually blind or not. The Lee Sin does throw his Q onto the Karthus for some damage, but out of nowhere it went from a 1v1 to a sudden 3 vs 1. As the Lee Sin ultis the Shaco, he walks to the side and gets a beautiful snipe onto the Karthus with his Q just barely passing the Nunu and also being just enough to finish him off. Realizing that they're finally down one man and knowing the potential of Lee Sin, he turns around to the Shaco and gets a kill on him, and the Nocturne finally comes in to assist the Lee Sin, who's been pretty much holding his own for the whole clip. I'm sure you guys are quite impressed by that Lee Sin clip, but let's not stop just yet and continue on with this episode. As we jump into the number 3 spot, we're going to see an Ahri and a Cassiopeia in the middle lane, both extremely low on HP, and the Cassiopeia, looking for the opportunity, actually flashes in and gets a Q, but the Ahri flashes away, dodging the Q, getting the charm on, and using her own Q and finishing off the Cassiopeia in an amazing quick reactions outplay. Let's keep this quick pace going and not take any breaks as we jump into the number 2 spot where we're going to be featuring a Jinx who's on fire. This one's going to begin in the middle lane as the enemy team is looking for a fight. The ally Jinx finally shows up. Nunu pops his ulti and the Jinx, looking pretty strong, especially with the Baron buff, gets an Aatrox jumping straight onto her, but the Aatrox getting kited, gets his passive proc as the Shen ulti comes in, and the Shen, knowing that he's way too low to fight into this, taunts away. The Jinx gets a kill onto the Orianna, goes for the Aatrox who just came out from his passive and then starts chasing down the Shen. The Jinx, thinking she had the kill on the Shen, he uses W to just barely survive, so she fires her ulti, gets a triple kill onto him, gets her passive proc once more, and sees the enemy Draven in the jungle. She turns his sight straight for him and gets an amazing kill on him as well. It's a quadra kill so far, and all that's left is an enemy Zyra. However, the Zyra is way too far, so the Jinx has to kill the turret and gets a passive proc once more, giving her just enough movement speed to catch up to the Zyra, and she does exactly that and gets a very impressive pentakill. If you thought any of those plays were amazing, then you are in for quite a surprise, for the number 1 spot is going to be given to a support Alistar. As we jump into this one, the fight has already erupted and the Alistar and the Vayne are not looking so hot right now as the Caitlyn is putting on some serious damage, of course the Lulu ulti being extremely useful there as well. As the Vayne does fall to the Caitlyn, all that's left is a poor support Alistar who's going to try to make the best of the situation. The enemy team is very reluctant on killing this Alistar and try giving the Caitlyn a double kill, but as they actually go in a little too deep, the Alistar gets a beautiful flash on both of them, pulverizing them and also headbutting the Caitlyn into the tower, getting a beautiful turnaround double kill. Alright guys, that was a pretty intense first place clip. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you also enjoyed the whole top 5 plays episode for week number 10. If you did, please don't forget to hit that like button and also submit your replay files or YouTube links to redmercy1991@gmail.com. Also, let us see who won the $10 RP in the previous episode. The winner is Radu Valentine. Please check your YouTube inbox for further instructions. Once again, hope you guys enjoyed this and I hope to see you next time. Peace!